Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Ayurveda for all seasons. I hope you're all having a beautiful Friday. I am very excited to be here today. In just a moment, I'm going to be bringing in Meda Garud with the Art of Living Center in Boone, North Carolina. She is actually going to be coming in from Bangalore, India, which is where she is right now. So I'm so excited to have her with us and very appreciative. She took some time out of a retreat that she was in right now to be here with us today. So I'm so grateful for her. And let me bring her in. Before I bring her in, let me tell you just a little bit about her. So Meda she's an Ayurvedic health counselor with the Art of Living Retreat Center. And she actually started and served as the past director of Ayurveda programs at the Shankara Ayurveda Spa there. And she has led nationally recognized Ayurveda and Panchakarma treatments and detox programs for providing an entire natural, whole, balanced health system for individuals. She is a classically trained physical therapist with over 20 years experience practicing orthopedic and lymphatic physical therapy. And she's a highly respected teacher for the Art of Living stress management program. She's also a yoga instructor, a licensed massage therapist, an Ayurveda health counselor, and we're very lucky to have her here to speak to us about this topic that interests so many of us, especially in all the different communities. I know in my community, hello, hi. I know a lot of women who are in their 40s and still looking to have a family. And so this is a big question that a lot of the women in these communities have. But just in general, how can we transition gracefully and confidently into this season of life? Because it certainly is a new season of life. So without further ado, I'm going to bring Meda on. Here we go. Hi, Meda. Welcome.
Hi, Annette. So nice to be here with you today.
Yes, thank you. As I was saying, I'm so grateful you took the time to be here. I know we're pulling you out of something, so thank you for
It's
doing this.
always my pleasure to talk about Ayurveda anytime. So thank you. Thanks
You're
for this
welcome.
opportunity. Very excited to be here with you.
And you are right now completing your doctorate program, correct, in Bangalore, India.
Yes. We have a Ayurveda hospital here, and I am getting trained. I'm in my final year of becoming a doctor of Ayurveda now. So very excited about that. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I really wanted to bring you in for the expertise and the experience that you have as a natural women's health expert, and with your experience with Ayurveda. If we could just kind of back up and just speak about this season. It is a season in a woman's life, right? What is the spiritual significance of a menopause for a woman?
That's a great question, and I'm so glad you called it season and not a disease. Like
Oh,
everybody is scared that, oh my God, menopause, it's not a disease, it's not a disorder, it's not a syndrome. It's a very natural transition in a woman's life, right? So, the menses or the menstrual cycle happens, ovulation happens, and then if the egg doesn't get fertilized, then the degeneration happens. So every 15 days, there's a transition during the whole menstrual period of a woman, and that actually corresponds with the moon cycle. So because women have a little bit more water element in us, so we know that there are mood swings and all of that because of that. So that this whole menses also, some people consider it, oh my God, what a curse I have, why do I have to have this menstruation every month? But it is actually a boon, and it is the body's natural way of detox, because you're resetting the balance by the excess of the heat in the body and the going out and the new blood coming in. So it's actually a beautiful, how do you say, a beautiful phase in women's life, the menstruation as well. And so is the menopause. So menopause, we know that it starts around, normally we say around between 45 and 55. That's when we are in that phase. And after 50s, we start actually going into the post-menopausal stage. So, and the spiritual significance of menopause is that now, once the periods are over, we don't have to worry about those mood swings. We don't have to worry about the resetting all of these things. It is automatically, our meditations go deeper because we are, and
Hmm.
at that stage, we have really become, we have achieved most of the things we want to achieve. If we have lived our life the right way, by that age we are content. If we have a families on its way, if we are single and we've still done well with our career and everything, so that is the time women should actually see as, okay, now I don't have to worry about my menstrual period anymore. So this is the time I can go deeper into meditation. If you're doing any mantra chanting, that it goes like 10 times deeper with during the menopause phase. And whatever wisdom we have gained, in this whole time, or in all these years, this is the time to share and give it and teach people what to do and how to and help them. So that is a very beautiful phase of women's life. That is what spiritually, it is said in the Vedas, in the ancient texts, that the woman should go deep into herself and again try to find more fulfillment and completion of the life. So that is the spiritual significance.
So, that brings me to my next question, which is what is the hallmark, or what are the hallmarks of this stage of life? And I think that's got to be one of them, that you can go deeper. You can go deeper into your meditation practice. Are there any other, significant hallmarks? And I also find it interesting. There's the menopause, and then there's the postmenopause. So, is the menopause literally referring to the transition period?
Yeah. So when we say the premenopausal phase is when the cycles start becoming irregular, or sometimes there may be excessive bleeding, or there may be scanty periods, all of that, and then slowly our mood swings and some hot flashes, all of that starts happening, irritability in the system, and this is the premenopausal phase. Menopause is when 12 months in a row, when there is no cycle continue, then we say, okay, we are in menopause. So then that is the whole cessation of that cycle. That is the menopausal phase. And then after that comes the postmenopause. So, yeah, so the spiritual significance, that's what it is. That the hallmark is that really this is a time to sit back and look at our life. What have we achieved? What do we want to do with the next phase of our lives? Are becoming longer. We have more longevity now than before. So we still have a lot to do. A lot of time to do things. So that time you can look at, oh, some of the things I really wanted to do in my life, I haven't done them. Let me start doing it now. So, for example, I'll be 60 actually end of this month. And I started school at age 57 to become a doctor. So this is something I always wanted, but I never had that opportunity. And I'm like, okay, this is a good time to do that. So just as an example. So we all can do that. Find whatever we love, dancing, music, painting, art, or a new career, new profession. It is a nice way to transition into that with the maturity and really help more people around us, rather
Is
than they go into the giving mode of life.
Yes, I love that. And is menopause something that women should prepare for, or like once they find themselves in that, they're like, okay, well, here I am. Do you think they can get more, or they can really embellish that time more if they do something to prepare, the
Yes.
expectation around it? What would you
Yes,
suggest?
absolutely. I think any age is good for that preparation. So the
Mhm.
earlier we start, the better. So if you're 12 years old or 22, 32, 42, you can, or even 50, you can start. The thing is, I think everybody here is familiar with the five elements and the three doshas, right? The
Some of them,
Ayurvedically.
yeah, most of them are, but there will be some people who are new to Ayurveda. But yes, the
Oh,
5 elements: ether, air, fire, water, earth. For those of you who
there
are
you
new.
go. Yes. So when these elements combine with each other to form the three doshas or constitutions. So Kapha dosha is the earth and water element. Pitta dosha is fire with some water element, and then the Vata is air and space, or air and ether, right? And whatever is outside in nature is also in our body. So that's what Ayurveda believes. The five elements are outside; they're also inside, and these three doshas are also outside. They are in different ages, they are in different seasons, and they're in different body types and even mindsets. So the from conception to about 11, 12 years is the kapha stage of life. That is more water and earth elements. So you see babies, they are chubby, the Kapha people tend to be a little bit heavy set. They retain water, so we see the allergies and congestions in babies more, right? So this is, and they sleep a lot. So that is the Kapha stage of life.
The
Then
kapha.
from
Very
about,
babies are kapha.
yeah,
Yes.
they're so chubby and sweet, right? And then comes the Pitta phase of life from age 12 to about 50, 50, 55, around that time. That is the Pitta stage of life. And that is more fire and a little bit of water in it. And that is the time when we have a lot of passion, fire. We have that fire to achieve, we have ambition, we want to get things done, we want to study more, we want to earn a lot of money, all of those things we want, and we are competitive. All of that is in that Pitta stage of life. And then from 50, 55, around that time, the transition starts happening into Vata stage of life.
Mhm.
Vata is air and space. So that time, the people, we start getting little dry skin, dry hair, constipation, bloating, difficulty sleeping. Sleep becomes less because more air, that's more activity going on. And also aches and pains in the body, cracking and popping of the joints. All of that is the Vata stage of life. So menopause falls in this middle stage, where Pitta stage is becoming Vata. So the way we look at it Ayurvedically, we know, modern science talks about estrogen, progesterone levels going down, and that is why all these changes happen, right? Because and the follicle stimulating hormone that increases, that is keeps on going, and the bone cells, they become osteoporotic because they can't get control. There's no other new bone cells forming because of that. So all of these changes start happening in the system. But if you look, the way Ayurveda looks at it is that, see, the fire is in our body, it's going nicely, and then the Vata stage comes in, so air blows on that fire. So then the fire goes all over the place. And that is the reason for those hot flashes, right? So
Mhm.
everything gets hot. This 5-10 minutes you feel hot and we start sweating, and then it goes away again. So this is one of the things that happens. And
So it's
because of fire, yeah,
because of that go moving from pitta to vata. So you have that strong fire at that age, right? 50, right? Moving
Mhm.
that were the
Uh-huh.
elements were moving from
Uh-huh.
pitta to vata stage. So that strong fire pushes is then combined with the strong air of vata right around
Yes.
the 50-year-old, the 50
Yes.
year mark.
Yes, so the fire, the vata, the wind is pushing the fire all over the place. That's
Mhm,
one thing. So even that's why the irritability, anger, all the swings
mhm,
happen. And also because of that, the main place of the fire is in our core. So it gets displaced out. And because of that, our digestion also becomes a little bit slower. We call it manda agni. The agni becomes, weaker. The fire becomes weaker, and that's why there is weight gain also. So all of these things happen. So how do you prepare for that, right? So if
mhm,
you already have a Vata Pitta imbalance, then there are chances that when you go into menopause, you will have more issues. You really face all these problems that we talk about. But if you have already kept yourself in balance, if you've kept your Vata and Pitta balanced in the beginning, from
mhm,
childhood, from adulthood, whatever, you keep that in balance, then less chances of, you will still go through the phase, but it won't be as strong, it won't affect you as strongly. So I
mhm.
think every woman should prepare for that. And how to prepare is, would be your next question, right? How does one prepare to balance?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So what to do is, um, periodically, first thing is it's good to know what your constitution is. And you
Mhm.
can consult Ayurvedic doctor, Ayurvedic counselor for that. And there are many quizzes out there available online also. They may not be
We just
exactly
dropped
accurate.
one. We just dropped one in the chat, theartoflivingretreatcenter.org. There's the link there to a quiz to find out your dosha. Are you vata,
Yes,
pitta, kapha, or a
yes, yes.
combination
Perfect. So once you have that, then you know what. See, for what? Just to give you a little quick, glimpse of that.
of?
If you're a
Mhm.
Vata person, I mean, we have all the five elements in our body, but whatever is more predominant, that dictates our constitution, which never changes. So if we already have a lot of air and space element in us, then chances are that we may develop the Vata problems later on in life when the Vata stage of life comes. So what to do for that is, air and space is dry, light, moving. So give exactly opposite of that. So doing self massage with oil every day, and eating foods that are not dry, cold, like cookies, chips, popcorn. Instead of that, eating cooked foods, and not salads, but mildly cooked foods, and not eating really cold ice creams and stuff like that, that will really help to keep the vata in balance.
Mhm.
And doing exercise, not vigorous exercise, but yoga or even slow exercises, tai chi, something like that, that will keep them closer to the ground, because vata is air and space. You want to ground them. So
Yeah.
exercises that will keep them more grounded. And eating pumpkins and squashes, which are really grounding, eating whole grains, that. If you're a pitta person, constitution wise, then making sure you're hydrating yourself properly and eating cooling foods like chia seeds, soaked chia seeds, 1 tablespoon a day. Soak them in water for an hour or so, and then you can even drink it like a drink. It's extremely cooling. Aloe juice is very good, and having 10, grams, which is about 2 teaspoons every morning, like the pure aloe juice, that is cooling to the system. And seeds are very good, nuts are very good, but soaked. Not five almonds, and this is general for everybody, just to keep our micronutrients high, so you don't get the fatigue from the menopause. And what else can we do? And yeah, so this is basically what. And pitta person can do massage with coconut oil, because there's so much fire in them. You want to do cooling, you can put coconut oil in your navel when you go to sleep. All of that will help with the decrease of the hot flashes as well.
So
So
do
these are
you
some of the things.
would you say that Kapha dosha has the least issues with menopause?
No, not necessary. They also could have the issues with the menopause,
Mhm.
and for them it could be a little bit more. Already, Kapha people's fire is low, on the lower side, so it
Right.
can go even lower. So they will tend to put on more weight. They can be depressed, and they can be, lonely, and they may not want to mix with people and stuff like that. So for them also, they need to do some more exercise, which will have them sweat, so the excess water element gets checked from the system. They can do rapid sun salutations, go for a jog and stuff like that. They can do that to keep their uh, hormones in balance. Yeah.
And
So
get
those
their
are the ways to prepare. So see, Ayurveda talks about three pillars. One is ahar, means diet. Vihar means lifestyle, and rasayana means supplements or vitamins, and that to increase our um, the strength and endurance. So all of these, if we follow accordingly, like for diet, I would say morning would be great to have fruits, because fruits have so many micro and macronutrients. So having fruits for breakfast. In the winter, have cooked fruit, so then the vata won't increase. And then lunch time, having a big meal for lunch, because usually the fire is very high that time for anybody, even for vata, pitta, kapha. That is the strongest time of fire, because that is the pitta time of the day in nature. So that time you eat, never skip your lunch. That is very, very, very important. Oh, I just had salad for lunch. That your body is ready to absorb all that you've given it. And if you're giving it just little things or even a granola bar, and then you're going to start craving by 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and then everything else goes for the toss. The whole diet plan goes for a toss. So afternoon time, have a big meal, have enough whole grains and good protein, lean protein, and also have vegetables which are like all the squashes, like zucchini, yellow squash, pumpkin, spaghetti squash, butternut squash. All of these are very good. So have at least one squash every day, and then evening at night eat a smaller dinner. You can have the mung beans are very high in protein, and also lentils. They are low in calorie, high in protein, very wholesome, and they don't increase vata. So great to make a soup of that at night with tons of vegetables. So this is some of the things. And mid meals, you can have the soaked nuts, or you can have a tablespoon of pumpkin sunflower seeds, and chia seeds. All of those can be like your in between snacks, which will keep your energy high and give you good nourishment, and will prevent any junk food
And
eating.
these are mood balancing foods. These are same types of foods that I recommend when, to help with the endocrine system and all of that.
Yes,
And these are
absolutely.
very good
Yes.
for women. Very, very good for women. And how does a woman know that menopause is taking place? Like, are there signals, warning signs, something that she should be looking out for to say, okay, it's here, or it's coming, or it's started?
Yeah. So the first thing would be that your periods will get irregular. If you're having irregular periods normally, then the first thing would be the periods will start getting irregular. And you if you're in your 30s and periods get irregular, you can't just jump to conclusion that, oh, maybe I'm premenopausal. That's too early, unless it's you have a family history. Sometimes in families at age 37, 38, people start getting premenopausal symptoms. So if you have any irregularity in your 30s, you should go see a gynecologist and make sure that nothing else is going on. But usually mid 40s, you can start expecting that you'll skip a period, maybe 2 3 months in a row, or you may have heavy bleeding one time, scanty. So that is the one sign. And like I said, if you've really lived in balance, and if you do periodic detox, and there are very beautiful ways of doing that. We have a very nice program in Art of Living Retreat Center called Discover Ayurveda. It's a 2 night program, and you get three amazing massages with that. Ayurvedic, very luxurious massages are included in that, and also a lifestyle consultation. So in that, you know your body type, what to eat, and again, whatever issues you may be having, they will be dealt with. So that can help you to understand how what all to do. And and even a home detox will be advice will be given to you, like what kind of detox to do. If we do seasonal or periodic detoxes, then you will really not have too many problems with these hot flashes and mood swings and all that. You can actually sense it, or you may not even know that it has menopause has come and gone, because you have kept yourself in balance. Like every 6 months you're doing a detox and stuff like that. But otherwise, you would see like these hot flashes come on, you will have difficulty sleeping. That happens many times. Bones become brittle, so and aches and pains and tendency for fractures if it is not addressed properly. So that can be.
And, I think that most people associate, okay, like the loss of the period with menopause, right? The loss of their menstrual cycle. So what if a woman their cycle has stopped? Like, let's say she's in her 30s or something, late 30s, and the cycle has stopped. Should she automatically assume that this is what's happening? Or are there other common conditions that might be causing that it has nothing to do with menopause? Can you shed
Exactly.
light on that?
Yes, exactly. So she should not assume that it is menopause if it is happening in the 30s, and see the doctor. There could be an ovarian cyst, there could be some other problem having, there could be some endometritis which is coming, affecting the cycle and stagnating it. There'll be many, many things, and there could be something psychologically also going on. We don't know. So it is best to go and see a doctor and get investigations and see what the problem is. Or people, marathoners, or people who do very strenuous exercise, their cycles can get very irregular, and they can even stop sometimes. So, and there's somebody who's in a lot of stress, that also can lead to loss of cycle. So there are many different causes. Some are psychological, some are actually function organic. So it's good to go and get see the doctor and get tested, and not assume that it's, oh, my menopause is coming. It's not necessary like that. It could be a tumor. I mean, there could be so many things that could be happening.
Yes, yes. And, along those lines, if a woman is in her 40s and she would still like to have her family, and hasn't had one yet, or maybe would like to have another child, is there anything that could be done to delay menopause? If let's say whether she's seeing signs or not seeing signs, perhaps she's not seeing signs, but she is, trying to keep herself as open and fertile as possible. Is there anything that could be done to delay?
Yes. So the thing is, menopause cannot be delayed. I mean, it will come when it's supposed to come in each woman's life. Some people get it in their 50s, late 50s also. But the average age is between around 50, the periods start becoming irregular and stop, right? But what the woman can do, if she's in her 40s and she's still not gone into the menopause, she's still in the maybe perimenopause or not even seeing signs, definitely she can have a child. So how to keep that? Again, I would recommend proper diet, proper lifestyle, and doing good exercise. Every day meditation, extremely important to really manage the mind, is very important. Once your mind becomes clear, and then it balances the vata, and the air and space element is best managed by meditation. So
Mhm.
if we do that, then that's a great way to balance your system, so the menopause doesn't affect you adversely. And they can definitely have look forward to having a conception if they are also detoxing periodically and following proper lifestyle. there's no reason why not. We see that more and more nowadays, and I have so many friends who have got their second child or even their first child in their 40s, like mid 40s, and all doing well. So it's very
Yeah.
much possible.
Yes, that's beautiful. Well, Meda, do you have any words of wisdom for how women can most, transition in this stage of life, this season of life, most gracefully and most confidently? Any final words of wisdom?
Yeah, I think all that I already said, but yeah, I would say honor yourself, you know, and do what you really want to do. Don't, all these stresses of trying to please someone and trying to be too hard on ourselves. We are our own worst critic, you know. Other people may look at us, wow, but we criticize. So just stop doing that for your own sake, for your own health. Get enough rest, get enough me time. See, 20 minutes of meditation is like 8 hours of sleep. That's the kind of rest your mind gets with 20 minutes of meditation. So learn meditation techniques and do detoxes, do visit our center and come and stay there, or even do online consultations. I've shared my number with Annette. She can, and information with Annette, you know, anything. We are always there to help you. So that is one thing. And doing yoga, doing tai chi, some kind of nice slow exercise to calm your system down. Get enough sleep. That's again very important. We don't do that. And if you start doing that at whatever age you are now, I can guarantee you that you will not have that uh, side effects of, or the harsh effects of menopause. You definitely go through it, but you'll go through it gracefully and find something you really love to do. So you don't even realize that that whole thing about, oh my god, now I won't be sexually active, my partner won't find me attractive and interest. Actually, just forget about it. We become more and more beautiful as we become more balanced, and more people actually gravitate towards us because we want to at that point start helping also. So that's what I would say, Annette.
I love that. I love that. Yes. And so if people want to find out what their dosha is or, have a consultation around that, they can go to aolrc.org, right? The Art
Yeah.
of Living Retreat Center,
Yes.
and you can book for consultation. So you want to book a consultation to find out your dosha type, to find out, are you eating correctly for your body constitution, for your mental constitution, to keep yourself balanced and healthy at the age that you're in, at the season of life that you're in. What is the optimal way to eat, to live, any lifestyle changes that might be recommended. You can have an Ayurvedic consultation. So that's aolrc.org, and we'll drop that in the link. I'll drop it in after we finish the live. And then Meda did give me her WhatsApp number, so I'm going to pass it on right here. Take out your pen and paper. She's in Bangalore, India, but she has offered that if anybody is really needing to to book a consultation, you could book something and schedule something with her directly. So we appreciate you, offering that, offering your contact information. So her phone number on WhatsApp is 630-664-1771. And the phone number for Art of Living is 828-264-8382. That's where you could actually book healing sessions. You could book your next retreat. You could book an Ayurvedic consultation, which are, everything right now is being done through Zoom if you're not there presently. So these can definitely be done internationally. You can reach out to Meda or book directly with the retreat center. Again, the retreat center phone number is 828-264-8382 for anybody who's interested. And then you'll have to replay to get Meda's WhatsApp number. So that was amazing, Meda. Thank you.
So
Yes,
one more
amazing.
thing I wanted to add is that we all get these sugar cravings. So we have these amazing element truffle chocolates, which are natural sugar and which are infused with Ayurvedic, the Ayurvedically inspired. So have all these herbs in there. So do try them out if you feel that, and they're also on the website. You can buy them. For the massage, body massage, you can use the Shankara Vata oil, Pitta oil, Kapha oil. Those are excellent. Highly recommend that. You can mix them with some coconut oil and use that. And what else? And our, the herbs, ashwagandha and brahmi. These are very good, shatavari, which are great herbs for transitioning also. So they are available at Shri Shri Tattva. All that is available also on our website. And
Beautiful.
one more thing, the meditation program, we offer an excellent meditation program called Sahat Samadhi meditation. In 20 minutes, you really sink in deep into your own, with your own mantra. So that's offered as well. And this happiness program to manage your mind and negative emotions. It's called the Sky Healing Breath. So all of that, once you go to the website, you will see all of these things there. I just wanted to uh, inform you ahead of time.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. So it's the happiness program that's in the weekend format, right? That's what's being
Friday,
offered.
Saturday, Sunday. Mhm.
And then they can also
And
book the Sky program is an ongoing. Once you take the happiness, then you can go into the Sky program.
no, the sky and happiness is the same thing.
The
It's
same.
just
Okay.
called yeah. And then the silent retreat is it's called stepping into silence, but that's the next level. But this happiness is like also Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 hours each day. So okay,
Wonderful, Meda. Well, thank you so much. And
thanks.
everyone who's listening, I appreciate you being here and just taking in this wonderful wisdom. Meda, we're super, super grateful to you. Thank you for jumping
Thank
out
you.
of
Thank
your
you so much,
retreat.
Emma. Thanks for this opportunity to talk about my favorite subject, Ayurveda. So, I really appreciate that. And thanks to all the viewers for listening patiently. Hope it has helped you to transition peace happily in your lives. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Many
Thank you.
blessings to you and to everybody listening.
Thanks.
Om
Bye.
Shanti. Bye. See you.
See you. Bye bye.